Hello, this is Project Team 11's group project. I'm Arman Jumani, and my team members are Laura Street, Sri Kandala, and Omar Rahman. And our group project is a Discord bot that's basic functionality allows the user to interact with Steam and get information about games and recommendations. And so our first function is the help function. The help function doesn't take any parameter and basically lists out all the functionality that the bot does to the user in the Discord chat. The next function I want to talk about is the link function. The link function takes in the user's Steam URL or Steam64 ID and converts it into information that our Discord bot would use to access any information for recommendations and such. The next function is game description. It takes in user's game name or app ID and then returns the publisher's description about the game, which gives the user a small description and a general overview of what the game does. The next function is game reviews. It takes in the game name or app ID provided by the user and returns gives a small review about the game and provides the users pros and cons about the game so they can decide whether or not they want to play it. The next function is game rating. This function takes in the game name or app ID provided by the user and returns an overall rating of the game provided by Steam and provides a total positive percentage of ratings that the game has gotten. The next function, game link, takes in either the game name or app ID and provides the user with a direct Steam link that they can click on Discord to get over to the Steam website and purchase the game if they so choose to. The next function I want to talk about is popular game and server. This is the main feature of our bot. Unless the user sees the most played game recently by the server, it takes in no additional input and it connects to all the other linked accounts and finds the most popular game played amongst all those accounts and returns it to the user. This will allow the user to be able to get a recommendation that some of their friends may be playing and they have yet to share with them. This fosters a community and increases connections between the other users and the server. The final function that I want to talk about is the game function. This function takes in either the game name or app ID provided by the user and returns the game description, reviews, and rating all together in one concise option. This makes it easier for the user to see all the information about the game so they can choose whether or not they want to purchase the game. We were able to fully implement all the functions that we set out to do for our project.
Our two non-functional requirements were response time and ease of use. We defined response time as the time it takes for users to retrieve data or recommendations from Steam. Our goal was to have the bot deliver this information within 10 seconds. This goal was mostly achieved, with the exception that it can take a little extra time for the bot to tell the user the most popular game in the server. In this case, the bot delivers a message to the user that it is working on this request. We defined ease of use as having the user be able to master using the bot within 1 minute. Specifically, the information available from the bot must be readable within that time. This goal was achieved. Most of the information that the bot returns is brief and consists of no more than a few lines of text. In the cases where there is more information, like game reviews, Discord puts a limit on the amount of text that can be returned to the user, a 2,000 character limit. There are also help and menu commands that the user can access that provide details on all commands and assist with using the bot. We have created a Discord bot that tells users the most popular Steam game being played in the server. The bot requests users to link their Steam profiles and then uses Steam profile data to determine the most popular Steam game. The bot makes information about the game, including rating, reviews, and a link to the game, available to the user without them having to leave the Discord server. There are other Discord bots that provide some services associated with Steam. The feature unique to our bot is that it identifies the most popular game in the server. This allows for community building because users in the server who do not play the game can join other users in the server who enjoy playing the game. We decided to use an agile software development process to develop our Discord bot. There were several reasons for this. First, our team was small and the team members were consistent throughout the project. This allowed us to have consistent and open communication channels. Second, the scope of the project was relatively small and did not involve anything mission critical. Third, we were using technology that was new to us. Therefore, it would have been difficult to develop a detailed plan and schedule in advance, as we couldn't be certain what kinds of difficulties we would encounter. It was more practical for us to plan incrementally and to have a process that allowed for change. Fourth, the class schedule was set up to follow an agile model, with development periods divided into small sprints. The primary technologies we used in developing our bot were Node.js and JavaScript. Node.js provides a runtime environment for JavaScript. This allows JavaScript to be used to build network applications. Discord IO and Winston are Node.js libraries. Discord IO enables our bot client to communicate with the Discord server. Winston allows for logging. Steam API was needed for pulling information on games from Steam. The request HTTP client gets the HTML from the Steam store, which we needed to process for the commands that the Steam API couldn't fulfill. We chose to use GitHub for version control since most of us were already familiar with it. It is also free to use and allows branching. Every member used different IDEs to develop their portion of the bot. This includes Notepad++, Visual Studio, and Brackets.
We faced quite a few issues when we were trying to implement our bot. This includes basic things like learning the programming language all the way to asynchronous function implementations. So, our first problem, like I mentioned, was our asynchronous functions, which is essentially a function that can be called and finished at any time, depending on factors such as response times and really just download speed of the bot. In our case, we were trying to implement the game function, which would print out information about the game in a certain order. Problem is that asynchronous functions can happen at any time, so we needed to delay the functions in order to get them to display in the right order. Another problem we faced was using game names and app IDs interchangeably. Now, what we did to fix this is use a local storage that stores both the app names and IDs of games in Steam. Now, the problem with this method is, well, first of all, it does fix our issue, but it comes up with another issue, which is that if we do not update this local file, then games that are referenced between the time that you try to reference it and the last time the updated file was created, then they just don't exist. So that is still an issue that we have and have not resolved yet. I believe most of our issues stems from not knowing JavaScript at an advanced level. A lot of our problems came up with learning JavaScript, finding the correct APIs to use and the right modules to use, and even using Steam was new for some of our team members, as well as using Discord. So really, it was just a huge learning experience in total. Now, our other option for JavaScript was Python, but nobody knew either language that well. I believe as a reflection, we should have gone Python, but that is easy to say in hindsight. One final issue that we had was really just COVID. COVID-19 stopped us from having physical meetings together, which could have helped in our development. It didn't necessarily stop it, but it definitely slowed us down.